Okay guys, today we're going to show you how to cook really good succulent steaks. I'm going to show you how to make them really tender, and I'm going to show you how to level up your steak game immediately. All of us have family and friends coming over, and we all go to the grill and try to impress our friends and family with steaks. I promise you, if you do this method, you're going to knock it out of the ballpark. So we're going to start with how to make it how to make it really tender. And if you like what we're doing here, please subscribe to our channel. There's going to be many more educational videos like this. So we'll show you our steaks. First off, I bought these about a month and a half ago. I took them and I put them, I have a food saver, and I took them out of the package, put them in my cryovac, thawed them for 2 days, but they've been in the freezer for a month and a half, and look at the color on them. I mean, they look just as fresh as the day that I got them. These are USDA choice ribeyes. Haven't trimmed them yet or anything, but I'm going to show you step one. We're going to get them out of our bag. Get them out, rinse them. They smell great. Put them in their little glass jar because that's where they're going to be for a little bit. What we're going to do, I'll go ahead and give you guys a heads up. We're going to marinate these in coarse sea salt, take them out in about 3 to 4 hours, trim them, and put them in the marinade that they're going to spend the night in. All right, here we go. First step, number one, we've washed them, took them out of the cryovac, washed them, and that's it. So what you're going to do is coarse sea salt, okay? Sprinkle the bottom of your pan. This is the time when you want to go heavy with this step. I know people are going to think, you're crazy, that's a lot of salt. Trust me, it's not. Not for what we're doing. Sprinkle as heavy as you can on this step. What this does, the salt is going to break down a lot of that real heavy membrane that the steak holds on to. A lot of people, just to give you a heads up while I'm doing this, when you go to a steakhouse, what they'll do a lot of times, some of them will marinate them, some of them won't. What they'll do a lot of times, they'll wash them, throw on salt and pepper, throw them on the flat iron, cook them, and throw it on your table. Not us. We're going to show you how to knock the socks off of your guests when they come over to eat. So this is an important step. So like I said, you get it really salty. Trust me, this is not going to stick around. You're not going to taste this. This is not the end result. This is just a 2, 3, 4 hour process that we're going to do. We're going to rinse that off here in a little bit. And we are going to get these in the marinade, trim them, get them in the marinade that they're going to spend the night in. And tomorrow you're going to see how we cook those. We'll see you then. Okay, time to rinse them off. So this is what they're going to look like after a couple of hours in the fridge. You just want to get it to where the meat starts sweating a little bit. You know, this salt's never going to break down. It's coarse sea salt. So now it's time to rinse them off. 2, 3, 4 hours. And like I said, you're not going to taste an ounce of this. All this is doing is breaking down your steak meat. It's going to make it a little bit easier for you to trim. And it's going to help the marinade that we're going to put on it soak in a little bit better. And like I said, if you want to make a knockout steak for your friends and family, follow this recipe to a T. This is the way to get it done. Don't just take it out of the package at the store, salt it, pepper it, and throw it on the grill, and then, you know, the goal is whenever your friends and family bite into this, they shouldn't even want steak sauce or barbecue sauce. What would be the point? It would kill the delicious taste of this meat. So, now we're going to get them trimmed up, put them in a bag, marinate them, and you're going to see how we do that. All right, here we go. First off, we're going to take one of my big famous marinade bags here. All right, and get ready. Gonna put it in that dish. Okay guys, let me give you a little education here. On a ribeye, this is what it's going to typically look like when you get it from the store. You need to round it out, okay? Once you round this out, you need to trim some of this extra fat off here. This is the spinalis muscle right here, okay? There's a piece of fat that goes right through the middle, which most people are not even going to notice. The goal is to keep this steak, trim it up round, get rid of the extra fat. Once it's marinated, we're going to put it on the last step to season it. We're going to tie it so it stays round, and this muscle tends to want to separate when it's on the grill. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You throw it on the grill, everything is fine, but the steak starts to warm up, and then you go to flip it and it separates. Okay, we don't want that. So I'm going to show you how to tie them, season them, keep them together till the very end. I'm going to trim this one and get it in the marinade. I'm going to do these other ones. We're not going to film that because it's going to take all night, but I'm going to show you how to trim one of these, and then we'll show you how to marinate them. You see how this steak right now looks kind of square? What you want to do is round it off just a little bit. It's real tender at this point. So see, just kind of take your knife and just kind of round it off. And then if you look right over it, you'll see how it's kind of thin on top here, and then see how it kind of buckles out on the bottom. You want to get rid of that. So just kind of, like I said, just round it off. Get a really sharp fillet knife, and it'll trim that up. There's fat right there. We need to get rid of that. Okay? So just kind of round it off. Spend some time with it. I mean, this prep work that you do now is going to pay off in the end. When your guests are asking you for your recipe and wondering what you did to make the best steak they've ever had, this is where it starts right here. The grilling part's easy. That's easy. The prep work is what you need to pay attention to. So come right down the middle here. And like I said, when you're trimming it, just kind of keep it round. You get a feel for it after a while, but see, just kind of cut into it and just twist it. You're not going to go crazy with it or anything, but kind of twist it. Now you start getting into this fat part right here. So I usually leave about just 1/8 of an inch. Kind of come around. You don't want your guests eating that. You know what I'm talking about when they bite into it and they're like, oh, I just don't like the fat part of it. So then they start destroying the steak, trying to get the fat part off. I mean, you want them to have a little bit of the tenderness, but you don't want them to. No one wants fat. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay. Go down this edge right here. Like I said, just lightly take a little bit off. Keep your knife straight. You want it completely symmetrical all the way around. Come around here, round it off just a little bit. And then I'm going to go right down here and go straight just to kind of get it to angle the way I like. All right, now what we can do, like I said, now that all your fat's cut around the edges, now what you can do is whenever it's ready for the final seasoning, we're going to take and season everything, and then we're going to tie it, and we're going to make it perfectly round. That's a good steak right there. And that's almost a competition steak. All right, time to marinade. Here we go. Lowry's Steak and Chop. I'm not holding any secrets back from you guys. Pour that directly in there. This part's kind of messy, but it's also fun. Check this out. Any beer. Any beer will work. No water. Beer is another one of those substances that'll start breaking down real thick muscle membrane and make it tender. And again, you're not going to taste this in the end product. Okay, down. This is another product that has a lot of salt in it. You can use Dale's brisket seasoning or marinade if you want. Steak seasoning. It's got a lot of salt in it. It'll break a bunch of those compounds down. That's what you want. That's a lot of meat, so use the whole bottle. You're good. And you want it covered. So during this step here, oh, and as far as the beer, I used about 3/4 of a beer. That's about all you want to do. Fill this jar up one more time with water, just to dilute it down just a little bit. Pour it in the top. Seal it. Shake it. Okay, guess what? We see you tomorrow. We're gonna have these bad boys tied up, final seasoned, and on the grill. We'll see you then. Hey guys, it's time to get these seasoned up, get them on the grill. First off, we're gonna use some Cosmos SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. Every steak needs a good heavy coat of this. And since we're using 3 different seasonings, just go kind of sparingly on them, not heavy. I always like to press that down in there just a little bit. Just to catch you up to speed, these just came out of the refrigerator after being in marinade for probably about 14 hours. So we just put them in here, tied them, wiped them down, ready to go. Now, this is my own homegrown seasoning that I make. If you guys want the recipe to it, leave us a comment and I'll make sure, I may even make a video about it on how to make it, but it's phenomenal. It goes with steaks, turkey, brisket, ribs, pretty much anything you want to put it on. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to put on here is Cosmos Dirty Bird. This is supposed to go on everything. And see, he always puts pictures of the meats you can put it on. So, sprinkle this on. Go sparingly with this stuff because your guests are going to love it, I guarantee it. Press it in real gently. We're going to do the other side real quick. Okay, in the fridge we go for about 2 hours. Grill lit. Well, kinda. The chimney starter lit. Today we're using Jealous Devil's charcoal, and I got a couple of Kingsford's briquettes in there as well. So I'm just waiting for this thing to get warm, start glowing a little bit. We're gonna dump it in the ash pan, heat up our grill grates, which I just got laid down right here. But I'm gonna swap them over there as soon as this is ready. And today we're cooking it on the 3-in-1 Pit Boss grill, propane, charcoal, electric smoker. It's gonna be a good time. All right, here we go. The grill grates are ready. We're gonna start with our seasoned side that's been up all day, and we're gonna put them on at an angle. And that sizzle indicates to me that they're gonna give us some really good grill marks. So we're going to kind of scatter them here. Okay, shut it back down. Be back in just a minute to show you how to flip them. So here's the deal. there's 4 steaks. 2 people want them well done, 2 people want them medium. So right about now, after 2.5 minutes, we're going to take it up, pop it, twist it. Okay, and we're going to keep track of these. These are our medium steaks. Turn them at a 45-degree angle and leave them. These here we're going to leave on for just a few more minutes and cook, and then we'll be twisting those. Then you're going to flip them and repeat the whole process. When you flip them, put butter on top of them. That's what we'll show you that process. That's when they start getting really juicy. Okay, we're getting ready to flip these. So these, what you want to do is try to find a clean spot in the grill. Look at those grill marks, guys.
That's really good.
Come on. You tell me what restaurant can do those. What? Now, butter time. And what I like to do is just kind of drizzle it on there. You don't want to take your seasoning off that you worked so freaking hard for. Kind of drizzle it around a little bit. Okay. These we're just giving plenty of time because we want those to be done. So tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip these here in a minute, butter the other ends, and we'll bring you back to that. Hey guys, check them out. These are the medium steaks. See the grill marks in them, how those grill grates just turn them perfect. You're going to want to let these set for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let the juices run back inside of them. Make sure you get your strings out of them. We're going to take these in, cut them up, follow this recipe. You guys remember to like and subscribe my channel. And if you have any comments, leave them below. But these are going to be the juiciest, best steaks you've ever made for your company. We'll see you next time.